Hi guys, hope everybody is doing really well today. We've got a small tool haul from eBay with some interesting items. I thought we'd have a quick look at what we've got today. These are some of the items I picked up recently on eBay, which have caught my eye. And let's go through why they've caught my eye and why I picked them up. So the first thing is this Stanley number 1. Now, the reason why I chose this Stanley is because I did swap one off my good friend Graham, who's a wonderful plane maker, for a Stanley wrench. But the reason why I chose this one is it's got the original ruler, and these are quite rare with the original ruler. It's still got the trammel point, which I don't know if you can see with the pictures, like a little trammel point in there so you can do circles. It's got the bubble, and it's got the scribe, so it seems to be pretty complete. This is the first ever tool the Stanley company ever made. This model is model number 3, this is model number 2, and the model number 1 was the Stanley number 1 odd job, was the very first Stanley tool ever made. So the number 1s are exceedingly rare and exceedingly old because they're the first tool ever made by Stanley. Very, very cool indeed. Lots of cool features on this, but a lot of people swap these out because you can see all the dints in the ruler. A lot of people swap these out for the metal binded ones because they don't damage the ruler as much. But obviously you've got a depth gauge on it. You've also got a 45 degree when you're offering things up for 45s. You can take the ruler out, and you've got a level, so this is obviously a level, and then obviously you've got a scribe built into it as well, and then with this point here you can push it on your work, and you can use the hole in the center, put a pencil through it and make circles with the Dremel point, which is just in the corner. So it's kind of a cool tool, multiple uses, as it's called the Stanley odd job. Kind of a handy little thing to have, more of a gimmick, but still a very cool tool. And it's nice to have two different designs. The third pattern, the second, it would be nice to get the first, but I find that highly unlikely. But, you know, one endeavours, one tries. The next thing was these sort of scissors, stroke tongs. They were like bronze, a little bit bronzy. I just kind of liked them. They were cheap and they just caught my eye, so I went for those. The next thing, the reason I also went for those is because the seller combined the postage and I bought this item off him, so it made them even cheaper. The next one is a very cool wrench. Let's get the book and take a look at it. So it is a, I don't know if you can see there, it's a Peterborough of 1896, so it's obviously 124 years old, the idea, and it's a clever tool, and it looks like it's made in Manchester, and quite a cool little bicycle wrench, a 5-inch double-ended bicycle wrench, and I thought it was rather clever. So I saw that, I kind of recognised it from the book, and I thought, I haven't got one, and that's a nice example, so I thought I'd give that a home. The Peterborough, very, very nice indeed. So I thought that was a bit of fun. We've got these, and I don't know what these are. It says aircraft material, hand cranked pliers or whatever. Crank pliers 500, lubricate frequently. And I'm not sure exactly the riveting, pushing, specialised tool it is, but they're made from brass. And I think you guys might have realised it's the brass is what attracted me to them, and the handle. It's just got a nice handle to it, the way that they're bent and then the handle's twisted to make the handle. I think that is a really nice design. Doesn't quite make sense to me how what specific tool what specific job it does. Somebody out there might know, they might be able to put in the comments, but I thought it was really cool. On the copper theme, we've got here a Telcon 217 adjustable wrench made out of beryllium with the beryllium jaw. and I just thought that was kind of cool. And if I go look in my Brilliant drawer, you'll see I have an even better condition Telcon 218. So obviously that relates to the size. So this is probably a 9-inch, if I had to guess. Yeah, a 9-inch and a 12-inch. So they'll got that will live in the beryllium copper tool drawer. Thought that was kind of neat. So that's the reason I bought that one. Me and Jim from Hand Tool Restoration was both bidding on that, and he said he was bidding on it to give it to me, and I was bidding on it. So luckily he mentioned it, because if he hadn't, we would have bid against each other and I would have paid a lot more, because Jim bid quite a hefty bid. So that was really good. We've got this rather cool wrench here. I forgot the name of it, but it's an American wrench from the 1890s. And the reason I picked that up is because when I had the big tool haul from the HD Smith tool haul, I got one of these as well in it. And obviously it's a different size. And the price that was priced at was so reasonable, I felt obliged to buy something else off the same chap, so I did. But I really like the design of that wrench. I'm not quite sure if that's meant to come out to be reversible. I'm not quite sure why you'd have a jaw there, but I just think it's rather cool. And I like the perfect handle style handle as well. And I think they make quite a neat little set, so I thought I'd give them a home. And the last thing, now this is a 100 tail plane, but I don't think it's a Stanley. I think it's a Stanley type a squirrel tail. And every time I see a Stanley, like this is the little Stanley rules and levels, so I'm guessing this is older and newer, and when they've lost the patent somebody else has made it, but you can see the resemblance. But this one is a rules and levels one, but I just thought it was cool. Not 100% sure if it's Stanley or not. I'm surmising it's not, but it's a nice little plane nonetheless, and I thought I'd give that a home. So there's some kind of interesting items amongst this lot. I think possibly the oldest design is the Stanley Odd Job, and then we've got quite an early English adjustable spanner from Manchester. We've got and a rather cool early American wrench. So some really cool items. If I had to pick, I think my favourite item is the Stanley Odd Job in this one. I just think it makes a nice set with his smaller brother, and it's nice the fact it's got the original ruler, because they're pretty scarce, so it's nice that they've got the original ruler to go with it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. This is a guess, so put your guesses of how much you think I had to pay. Obviously take these away, because those were to make the set. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items, 6 lots of postage, and a couple of them are pretty collectible. All right. Oh, before I go, I've said my favourite, the Stanley rule. Put in the comments which one's your favourite. If you could have one, which one would you go for? All right. Thanks for watching. I much appreciate. Take care. Bye.